All right, okay, so I was very surprised by Hybrid. Hybrid V2. I know what you're thinking. A second version, it can't be as good as the first version, and that's usually the case. The originals are always better, and in my hand, I have a sample pack of Hybrid V2. Now, I've tested this pre-workout twice, and I don't have the original bottle, but I've tested it enough to see what it actually does and what the experience is like. There's a big thing about this. The thing is that it's not as it doesn't look as good as version 1, because version 1 had DMHA. It had that stimulant that was hard hitting, but version 2 removed that. And most people took that as a negative thing, because when companies move away from stimulants that made the first version so good, it doesn't look good and it makes the company look soft. But how is this like? Because the experience could be something else. How is it like without DMHA? Well, first I'm going to go over the ingredients, because you need to know what you're putting in your body and how much you need of each ingredient for it to be effective. Then we'll go into my experience, real world testing kind of thing, and I'll also include some workout footage so you can see how it is in action. So let's get into this. So let's go over the ingredients and then of course my review. How is it like? So first, we have a couple of vitamins, vitamin B6 and B12 and B3. So B6 here is not in the most optimal form, but other than that, I mean, you should be getting your vitamin Bs from a proper multivitamin like NutriBio's Multi, as it has the proper optimal forms. But other than that, I mean, you shouldn't be depending on pre-workouts for your vitamin Bs. Then we have Citrulline, 6 grams. This is a powerful nitric oxide booster. It's always in pre-workouts for one reason: pumps and blood flow, vasodilation. You get bigger pumps, more volume, more blood pumping into your muscles, meaning more nutrients get there, and you'll feel fuller, bigger, you'll be able to recover quicker. You'll also have like so many benefits like reduced fatigue, increased workout volume, a lot of benefits. At 6 grams, it's not the most highest dose that you can get in a pre-workout. It has 6 grams is, I guess, good, but the highest dose that we've seen and is considered to be the top maximum dose is 10 grams. But 10 grams could lead to some stomach upset issues for some people. So next ingredient is Beta-Alanine, 3.5 grams. You'll feel some tingles if you're not used to it. 3.5 is quite high, and it is the clinical dose. Well, the clinical dose is 3.2. But basically, it'll reduce lactic acid buildup, allowing you to put more volume into your workouts and recover quicker. Betaine Anhydrous. This is a powerful ingredient for power output and muscle growth. So this is also good for muscle hydration. It'll help with water volumization. It'll basically act like an osmolalite, sort of like creatine, but in a different way. And there's 2.5 grams in here. So it's like it is the, not the biggest dose, but it is the minimum, at least 2.5 grams. Then we have taurine, another ingredient that helps with hydration, but also has benefits for endurance. It also acts as an antioxidant, allowing you to recover quicker from your workouts. Caffeine, the granddaddy of stimulants, 400 milligrams, that's a big dose, especially because it's combined with aerogenesis and theobromine and BP and alpha-yohimbine. So there's a bunch of stimulants in here. It's really trying to be as good or better than the first version. And aerogenesis is 300 milligrams here. That's not, I mean, it is a big dose, but we've seen doses of like 500 milligrams, but 300 milligrams, I would say, is like the standard for Sim Junkie pre-workouts. Theobromine, 250 milligrams. It's milder than caffeine, but it has more of a mood uplift, so it may actually have a nice effect on mood when it's combined with other stimulants. Then we have Beta-P, which is like the inferior form of aerogenesis. It has a shorter half-life, but this and aerogenesis will provide some mental clarity, more motivation, mood enhancement, so it has a really nice effect on that. Then we have alpha-yohimbine, 1.5 grams. This is harder hitting than regular yohimbine, but with less side effects. It also has benefits for fat burning. So all in all, how is this and what's it like? So I've used this pre-workout twice, and I'm gonna jump into my experience right now. Okay, so there's something very surprising about Hybrid. I didn't expect it to be like this at all. V1 was something else when it came to the hype and the reviews. But V2, it's not as good, I think. I haven't tried V1, but V1 was hyped. Like, it was, the reviews were good, people were loving it, and the ingredients are not the same in V2. In fact, it's missing now DMHA. But still, there are good pre-workouts without DMHA. So I didn't really feel anything. I feel energy increase, sure, some focus, but that's it. When it comes to the gold standard of mood elevation, it's Zeus. Zeus is that one pre-workout from God's Status Labs that actually gives some insane mood elevation. But Hybrid V2, I don't feel that same mood elevation or any mood elevation. In fact, it's very minimal. V1 was known for that. It was hyped up for that mood elevation. V2 is okay. All right, what's going on, guys? I just worked out with Hybrid, the pre-workout that is hyped up, because V1 was apparently really good for mood elevation, and it apparently was one of the best. It was always praised around the community for just being one of the best for mood elevation and maybe energy, but mood elevation was like the main thing. So with this V2, I've tried it twice now. This is my second time using it, and today was an upper body day while yesterday was a lower body day, and I did the it's always funny doing this in public because I get distracted with people and I get a little bit shy, but yesterday I didn't have the best sleep and I still worked out with it, and then today I had proper sleep, and so I can really give a proper review. Even though I've only used it twice, it's not like I use it for a whole month, and rarely do I use a pre-workout for a month unless I really like it. But this pre-workout wasn't really one that I was looking forward to taking, because it wasn't I don't want to spoil too much, but honestly it wasn't the most favored when it came to the effects, because I've taken pre-workouts with really good mood elevation and this wasn't one of them. But it still has some upsides. It has good energy, and it had decent mood elevation, but it wasn't anything special. It was just okay. It was normal. It was there, and it got better as I worked out, which was surprising. It wasn't really there before the workout, but then when I started to work out, I started to feel it. I started to feel better, and it's not usually the case if I don't take a pre-workout and I work out. I don't usually have that same mood elevation, so it is for sure coming from Hybrid. But again, it's not. It is motivating and it's good. I feel good on it, but I don't know. It wasn't. I don't want to say it's not special, but it didn't do anything special. So it was very straightforward. There was some mood elevation, and the energy was really good. It wasn't anything jittery. I did feel a little bit of dirty energy. It's just a touch of anxious energy, but it wasn't really there. It was more straightforward from point A to point B. But again, there wasn't anything too special about the energy. I do feel like it's missing something because it did remove DMHA, which was in the original version, and no one really liked that. And a pre-workout could still be good without DMHA, although I can't really think of any right now that's like mood elevating non-DMHA pre-workouts, because DMHA and aerogenesis really have good combo for mood elevation. And I guess with DMHA just becoming less desired by companies because it gets the attention of the FDA. But this was a very normal pre-workout with decent mood elevation, better than the average of pre-workouts that don't have DMHA or exotic stimulants, but this does have aerogenesis. And this was good, and it got better as I worked out. I started to feel more energy, started to feel more mood elevation, and I can work out non-stop. I didn't feel tired or anything like that, but it was just let's just say, like, if I have a bunch of pre-workouts, it's not one of my favorite to go to for anything really. There wasn't anything that made it stand out. And you know, there's a lot of good mood elevating pre-workouts, but it's not really fair to compare them because a lot of them do have DMHA, like Zeus. But I felt like Crack Reloaded by Dark Labs gave some better mood elevation than this. And I don't know, maybe this could use some Canna, because Canna really helps with like warm euphoria. But if you do want to get this anyway, I mean, it's worth a try. If you haven't tried the first version, maybe you'll like the second version, but I'm sure the first version was a lot better than this. I haven't tried the first version, but if you do want to get this, you can check out the link in the description. You can use my coupon code to get it as well. But yeah, it was the same experience both times, while tired and not tired, full night's sleep and bad night of sleep. But interesting pre-workout, interesting what they had to do when DMHA is taken out with the formula, but they could have done a little bit better. Maybe they'll improve on this one, we'll see. But anyway, that's what it is what it is. And if you enjoyed this, please let me know by leaving a comment or a thumbs up. I appreciate it very much. Thank you. Yeah.